My wife's birthday's coming up in a few days, so I had some time this morning and I spent it trimming her present. Hope she likes it. I kind of feel bad though, because it's kind of a Valentine's Day regift. The only difference is I didn't shave everything this time. Like Valentine's, I shaved it all. This time I just shaved trimmed the pubes, but not the ball hair, so it kind of looks like my dick has a mullet. Likes to drink Miller High Life and then beat itself. Oh yeah, I got an upside down haircut. Yeah, I call it my shave over. The only problem is I'm a white guy with a shaved head and people like to assume things. They assume things like I'm racist or I have cancer. And that's just ridiculous. I don't have cancer. I'm not racist either, but this next joke is. If a Mexican gets medical marijuana, would he have 2 green cards? You know, for being the fastest runners in the world, black people walking in across the intersection slow as shit. And white people forget to talk about white people. Hey, if Kermit the Frog smoked meth, would he be a meth amphibian? If a British person smoked meth, how could you tell? Because I am performing sober tonight, it's awesome. It was my first time performing on this much hydrocodone. $5 a pill, for real. Dude, I had surgery like 20 days ago. I got enough hydrocodone to last an entire summer. This is freaking awesome. They say take 8 a day or up to 10,000. If you take 8 a day, how the hell are you going to do math to figure out the milligrams? Now you're just going to freaking break it up and snort it. Yeah, I had Crohn's disease surgery. I had like intestines removed and rearranged, and it's pretty gnarly, man. Like Crohn's disease is an intestinal disease. You know how like every disease has a ribbon? Like Crohn's disease related to irritable bowel syndrome, and like every disease has a ribbon. Like breast cancer has the pink ribbon. The ribbon for irritable bowel syndrome is brown. It's kind of ironic. That'd be like if the ribbon for AIDS was a rainbow. Got some O's on that joke. Come on, this is comedy night, not take shit serious night. Look, sometimes comedy is going to be all van and no candy. So about 5 years ago, I'm out with my daughter. She's a baby, because that's how time works. And, I'm out with the baby, you know, and people come up and say random things. Like this lady came up to me and said, "Ugly people make cute babies." Your baby's very cute. Like, this is some bullshit. I got this slick ball dome. I got these green eyes. I drive a Monte Carlo. I have a Thundercats tattoo. I am a DILF. Never Google DILF at work. Apparently my wife didn't think so, because like the whole pregnancy she wouldn't even sleep with me. Yeah, she loved to play around, she still loved to use her toy, she used her vibrator. Yeah, she used it so much I worried the kid would come out stuttering. And it did. We named her Jessica. It's not a real name. I nicknamed her Peanut because I dropped her on her head at Logan's Steakhouse. We didn't know what to name the baby. We get advice from friends. You can name a baby after how you conceived it. So if you do it missionary style, you name it something biblical like Mary or Joseph. You do it doggy style, you're going to name it something like Benji or Michael Vick. We conceived after makeup sex, so we were gonna even marry Kay or maybe Maybelline or something. Yeah, makeup sex because my wife overheard me telling my brother that I wanted some strange. Some strange. So she dressed like a clown and tried to finger my butt. And now it's strange. And it made me giggle. I don't know why she got so bent out of shape. Like a few weeks before that, we're playing this game with another couple, and one of the things in the game was a celebrity crush deal. You had to write down the one celebrity, and if you ever got a chance, you can fool around with that celebrity. If you're in a relationship, never ever do that. You'll end up pissed off like I was. Because my wife wrote Johnny Depp, which pissed me off, you know, because she stole my answer. But thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the night. People are weird, man. Nowadays, people are dumb. They don't like, I don't know. I was on a plane once flying from Detroit to LA, right? And the pilot, she comes on over the intercom and she's like, "This is your pilot, Lisa Wilkins. We'll be flying at an altitude of..." And the woman next to me goes, "A female pilot." Oh no. And then she just buckles her seatbelt. Plane's still not even moving. We're at the gate. We haven't done anything yet. And this lady's like, "A woman's driving this bitch? Fuck that." And then she just buckled up. Like the pilot was just gonna slam it in the terminal and come back on. "I thought I had it in reverse, everybody. I swear to God. I saw an R. It was a D. I don't know." I felt so bad, man, because it's like I wanted to stick up for like ladies and like female aviation and lady pilots and shit at that moment, but the only like famous female pilot I could think of was Amelia Earhart. I was like, oof. Oh God, don't bring her up. Dude, we still haven't found her yet. Everyone's talking about Malaysia. What about Amelia? One plane at a time, America. Let's fucking figure out where the fuck Amelia went. No, man, I felt bad because it's like she was so professional, you know. She came on, she was like, "This is your pilot, Lisa Wilkins." It's not like she came on over the intercom like, "Hi guys, I'm Lisa Wilkins, and oh my God, there's so many buttons up here. Holy Jesus, I don't even know what to do with them all. I had to name them: Billy, Henry, Alex. That's the only way to know them. I swear to God. There's no mirrors. How do I do this? Oh, this is my co-pilot Tiffany, everybody. Say hi, Tiffany." "Hey, guys." "Ooh, Tiffany, how are you single?" So Tiffany tells me we're gonna be flying like so high today, guys. Like, if you're afraid of mountains, stop. You're being a queen. We're gonna be flying at 35,000 feet? That's so many shoes! Dude, I think you're allowed to jump out of the plane at that point. There's like a test from the government to see if you know what the fuck you're doing on a plane. Yeah, it's weird being home and shit, living with family again, because I'm like in transition back to LA, so I'm living with my parents, and I forgot how much of like a psychopath my dad was. Like, he's got straight up anger issues. He's a good guy and everything, he's just got an anger problem. Like, my dad is famous in my small town for punching a guy while driving his car, while the other dude was also driving his car.
Nice.
Do you understand how fucking crazy that is? You gotta be in two trucks going opposite ways. That's the only way two drivers beat the shit out of each other, is if you're both in the driver's seat, right? And we're passing around this guy, he didn't use his blinker, pisses my dad off, and he's like, "Son of a bitch, Pete!" And he like rolls down his window on the truck. Well, he's out the window, cold cocks the guy in the jaw, and just keeps driving. I'm 7 years old on the passenger seat, just like, this is normal, right? This is, I'm sure, what dads do when you're older and shit. I'll be punching the fuck out of people, right? My dad looks down at me, shaking off his fist, and he goes, "You know, Pete, there's some real assholes out there. Gotta look out for those motherfuckers." And I'm like, "Shit, Dad, that's where the assholes are? Outside this truck? It's gonna be a rough world if we're the good guys and we gotta beat the shit out of everybody. Holy Jesus." Alright guys, I'm Peter Banichowski. Thank you so much.
I recently broke up with this girl of 5 years. I said that wrong. 5 years ago we broke up? No. Is that different? It's way different, right? I was that was like the longest relationship I had to date. So like I learned a lot. Like, did you guys know it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile? No. Yeah, right. My girlfriend always trying to lose weight. She looks so sad, but her abs looked awesome. It was great. She called it the Sadkins diet. I also learned that I don't like doggy style sex from that relationship. It's just too so far. Like, how emotionally removed can you be from someone you're inside of? She's down there like doing her nails. I don't know. I'm just like, hey. I miss you. You wanna text me when you're done? I stared at that guy's crotch for the whole joke. I want you guys to know that. I know. That's what I told you to tell him. Remember earlier when I was like, tell him about the crotch? Oh, that was cute. We didn't talk earlier, don't feel weird about that. She's very beautiful, you're like a 10 on the pH scale. That bitch is basic. Thank you, that's a really smart joke. I went to college just for that joke. Thank you so much. It's a $300,000 joke. What am I, a doctor? That's not how much college costs for me.
The other day I ordered a pizza from Domino's, and to confirm that they had my order and that they were on their way with it, I got an email, right, that said, Jesus has left the store with your pizza. Now, I know that you pronounce it Jesus, but I don't care who you are. When you see the name written down in an email from Domino's, your first thought is, Jesus is on his way with my pizza? Awesome! People have been waiting for this guy for thousands of years. Now I'm going to see him in less than 30 minutes. And then I got real sad as I began to think, Jesus has left the store with my pizza? How bad does the economy have to be if Jesus himself needs a part-time job? Doesn't give me a lot of hope. So I was at Target the other day, and I was putting things on the conveyor belt, and the woman checking me out said, "Do you have any coupons?" And I looked right at her in the eye, and I said, "I can see you, stop checking me out." Some people get that joke. Anyway, some people, speaking of some people date men. You can probably tell by my camouflage pants that I am not one of those people. No, it's true, I don't date men. I'm what you call smart. I'll admit, I'm a less likely person to get married. Mostly because I'm gaining a reputation of being independent. Now I'm just beating around the bush. To be honest with you, come clean, come out, as they say. My name is Katie Palomino, and I play softball. No, it's true. When I was born, my shoulders came out real easily. You know, the head and the shoulders come out really easily. And then actually my foot got stuck, and it turns out it was one of my Birkenstocks. Seems interesting to me that, honestly, it took me about 25 years to realize I was gay. Which is ironic because it probably took you about 25 seconds. If only we could switch places. You know, I am from Grand Rapids. I live here, and I don't know if you guys know this about Grand Rapids. I love living here, but the people here aren't exactly accepting of those who are different. I mean, you're accepted if you're tall, blonde, Dutch, blue-eyed, and hetero. So I fit right in. No, but I have friends all the time, straight friends, who tell me how difficult it is for them to date. There are no guys, they're boring. I'm supportive to a point, and then I simply have to remind them, try being a dyke in West Michigan. I've dated the two people available. And because they're a mother and a daughter, that got ugly real fast. I mean, it was hot, but ugly. I'll leave you with this. I always have straight girls say to me all the time, "You are so lucky you don't date men." It's actually usually something like this. "You are so lucky." This is so natural for me. So when they say things like that, I'm always curious because lucky is not a word I usually hear in association with my lifestyle. Go on. "You are so lucky you don't date men. You don't have to deal with their not talking to you, their lack of communication, all their sports watching." And I always say, well, first of all, we're lesbians, so there's plenty of sports watching. Second of all, what do you think two women in a relationship is like? It's not as hot as you think. I mean, double the drama, double the over-emotionalness, double the defining the relationship, double the arguing, double the tampons. It's a nightmare! Two women in a relationship is not always rainbows and butterflies. Well, rainbows maybe. I'm Katie Palomino. Thanks.
You guys are gonna have to forgive me. I'm in a weird mood lately. I just found out that I'm in an abusive relationship with my cat. It's true, man. I try to love the little guy, and fucker just bites and scratches me all the time. And I go to work, and one of my coworkers will see the symptoms of abuse, and they'll ask me, "Joe, did he hurt you again?" He did. But it was my fault, guys. It was my fault. I shouldn't have tried to touch him like that. He should have had his food ready when he wanted it. I should have kept my whore mouth shut. That'll teach me. Sometimes I come home from work, my cat's just waiting at the door, drunk on catnip, accusing me of hanging out at the shelter, checking out other cats. And the worst part is after he's abusive towards me, my cat wants to apologize to me later on, like cats do. Walks up to me. "Oh, Joe. Oh, I'm so sorry. Why do you make me hit you?"
You never look fatter than when you wear a t-shirt in any body of water. Just putting that out there right now. If you're really fat, I don't care, you know? Don't wear a t-shirt in a pool, because when you wear a t-shirt in a pool and you're already fat, it adds 20 pounds of low self-esteem, too. That's 20 pounds of low self-esteem. If you think you look better with a shirt on while it's wet, then you need to look at yourself when you have a wet shirt on your body. Because it doesn't look any better. If there's a girl at the beach that's willing to have sex with you while you have a t-shirt on in the water, she's willing to have sex with you while it's off. Because she's a whore and probably fat too, so... okay. I I know. I'm not in the best of shape. I'm like in medium shape. You know, I'm like not terrible. I work out sometimes. I'm not on the beach body plan. I'm not trying to get good looking on the beach. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm just trying to look okay with clothes on. That's my plan. Look okay with clothes on. By the time the woman is taking my clothes off and she finds out what's really going on under here, she's already in too deep. So, past the point of no return. Like, well, I'm already here. I just won't tell my friends. It's okay. I'm single. When you're in a I was in a relationship for 4 years before I was single. When you're in a relationship, things are very, you're domesticated. You begin to be comfortable. You start to get a little lazy, and then when you're thrust back into the wild, it's like you're back in the jungle, and the jungle's fucking changed since the last time you were there. You've been in the zoo for 4 years. Now you're back in the jungle. There's weird species. There's a lot more predators. It's tough out there. It's tough. It's tough being single after a while. I don't remember dating when I was single before, but I guess that's a thing now. You go on dates. I think dates are stupid because all I do on a date is pretend to be someone that I'm completely not until I can get you to pass the point of no return. I'm very interested in what you have to say. I'm a nice guy. I don't drink too much. And then later, when I reveal my true self. No, single's hard. Single hookups are the worst. The first time you hook up with someone and you haven't hooked up before, it's very hard because you don't know anything about it. When you're in a relationship, you know what the girl likes, you know what they're into, you know when to make a move, when not to. But when you're single and you're hooking up with someone the first time, it's just like, rah, like fucking two bodies mashing in the ether. You're just feeling around. You don't know what's going on in your head. You're just like, should I be as weird as I am? Like, how far are we gonna go? Like, are we gonna heavy pet? Are we gonna have anal sex? I don't know. It's very tough. You don't know what's gonna happen. Just feeling around, hoping you can get a signal, but there's no communication because you don't have a relationship yet. The only time you know what's gonna happen when you're hooking up with a girl that you've never hooked up with before is when she says this. She says, "Do you have protection? Do you have protection?" That means we're about to fuck. That's what that means if you don't know, if you've never been in that situation before. If she's referring to protection, she means the condom, which kind of sucks, but not as much as babies or AIDS, so you gotta use it. Use the condom, please. I don't think it's fair, though, because men always have to have the condom. We gotta have the condom. And I remember when I was in 6th grade and like sex ed, I remember hearing about the female condom. Do you guys remember the female condom, anyone? Why, where's that at? Where's the female? I don't really know what the female condom looks like. I just picture sort of like a plastic sock. You just kind of unfurl, like, just kind of. I'm not quite sure how you install it either. Maybe just like a pool cue. You just kind of poke it up there or something. I'm not really sure. I'm not a scientist or anything, so. That would be a baller move, though, if you were hooking up with a girl and she was like, "Oh, baby, you got any protection?" "Oh, yeah, girl, hold on a second." Spread 'em. I'm bad at reading signals with women. See, I've been out of the game for a while, so I don't know when to make a move on a girl, and I don't want to make a move. If I make a move and I get rejected, that's going to set me back like 3 years, so I don't want to do that. I want to have a clear path to victory. I wish that we could just can we make an agreement with women that if a woman wants you to make a move on her, can she just grab your dick? Like, is that too much to ask? Just grab my dick. I never miss a dick grab signal. I'm undefeated. If you grab my dick, I never miss that signal. Never, ever, ever. Because what happens when you grab the dick? If you grab my dick, what happens is the penis comes up to the door of the brain and just goes, "Listen, motherfucker, you've taken us as far as you can go. I'm here to close the deal." And then the dick's up in the brain, it's mashing buttons, it doesn't know what it's doing, it's just pulling levers, it's mashing buttons. And that's why you're saying all kinds of weird shit when you're hooking up. You're like, "Oh yeah, I love you. Oh, your elbows are great. I want to lick your knee. Like, I love you so much. You're the best. Climax. And then the dick's like, "Peace." Just like dips the fuck out, goes back down where it belongs. And then the brain comes back, it's like, "This place is in shambles, what's happened here? Oh my god, who's done this? It's gotta be that fucking dick. It's gotta be the dick." And that's why when the brain comes back in, he just starts pushing the shame button. Shame, 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 shame. You're like laying next to this sort of stranger that you were just inside of, like, "Oh my god, why did I say all those weird things? I shouldn't have said that about our elbows. That was weird. How do I get out of here? Genitalia, it gets us in a lot of trouble. It's weird. Genitalia is not very nice. The dick is gross, you know. It's an aggressive guy. It's always poking around, prodding, searching for weakness. It's aggressive. On top of everything else that's gross about the penis, it sprays you with gelatinous goo if you do right by it. You know, it's like, come on, guy. Classic dick move. Classic dick move. The penis is gross. The vagina's no picnic. I like the vagina, don't get me wrong, I like the vagina. It's just aesthetically, you know. You ever looked a vagina right in the face? It's like a little slime goblin, just mean mugging it. So weird. I just think that the design process for the vagina might have been a little bit flawed. I think that God was making the vagina, he was halfway done, and he had his buddies over, he said, look, the vagina, what do you think? And they were like, ooh. I might want to work on that one, God. And he said, don't worry, I got this. So he went to fix it, but it was like when you were in high school and you had a project and you had a poster board for that project and you fucked it up, but you only had one poster board. You just had to like add stuff to fix it, you know? He was like, flap, cranny, lip, button, slime. Vagina. All right, I'm Mike Lasher. You guys are rad.
One thing I realized too this past week is that black women are allowed to say anything. Don't be white and weird. Are you fucking kidding me? If you don't know that by now, you're stupid. I was at a gas station and this black woman gets pulled over, and as the officer's getting out of the car, she stands out of the car and says, "What? What the fuck do you want?" Ma'am, you were speeding back there. You made me follow you all the way to a gas station where you pull over. Yeah, I got gas and 2 kids. What? Are you fucking kidding me? If I ever said that, it would be baton, baton, baton. She then proceeds to say, "I'm not going back to jail. Only way you're gonna bail me back in jail is if you fucking mace me with your faggot ass mace, bitch." Ma'am, I gotta write you a ticket for what you just said to me as well as the speeding. I'm sorry, but this is what's gonna happen. Don't fucking apologize. I'm gonna go get some gas, put it on my windshield. She walks away. Once again, I do this taser, taser, taser. What's more incredible is this man of the law whimpers over to the windshield, sticks the ticket in, and drives away. This cop got punked out by a black woman, and that's when I realized you are allowed to do whatever you want. And it's not going to be Hillary, it's going to be Michelle. That's it. Is anybody on Tinder? You guys know what Tinder is? Okay, it's basically a fuck site. It's like Match.com, but for terrible people. What you do is that you read somebody's 100-word profile and their like kind of like Facebook selfie picture, and then you swipe to the right if you like them, you swipe to the left if you don't. So it's basically just like, hey, I'm Carrie. I like to go for jogs, and I also like hiking, and I like being crunchy. And it's just like, oh, I'm Emily. I like to go out to clubs and have a good time. And it's just like, I'm Rhonda. I'm exotic and mysterious. But I fucking hate this because, like, on that profile, I say I'm 6 foot. I'm 5'10". That's a small lie. All 3 of these fake women I made up, worse lies. Hi, I'm Carrie. I'll let you do anal as long as I can call you Dad. I'm Emily. I'll let you come inside of me, but I'll pretend if I have cancer or I'm pregnant so you'll stay with me forever. I'm actually Ron, boy. You better get in the truck before I chloroform your bitch ass.